Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
It's like it's Minute Maid, hijack 4, renegade, 24, number 8, Kobe shit fade away, ballin' since 11th grade, still in school, let them hate.
So yesterday, we just got some pretty exciting news. The NBA schedule just released. And knowing that so many storylines have been created between players and organizations, that just makes things even juicier for us. The drama is scattered everywhere. Because of course, the talents of these players were moving out here like chess pieces. And when certain players moved, they didn't necessarily separate on good terms with the remaining players, management, and just the whole entire city alone, period. Now that is not the case for all players. Certain players are going to get the polar opposite reaction from their city and their people. The scene for some of these players could really be heartwarming and emotional. New situations means new rivalry, and new rivalry equals more beef. We are all gonna be eating next season. We got a hint of everything on our table. A dash of drama, some heartwarming stories, beef with steak sauce, we got it all. Now through this long 82 game season that's now approaching us, you are going to need some new clothes, some new fits. What are you gonna do? Wear the same thing every day or every other day? No, that's nasty, you stink. Luckily for you, I care about you and I'm not gonna leave you out here just stranded in the mud, because as most of you know, hopefully most of you know already, if not, bro, you got problems. I released brand new clothing on my clothing website. This is just regular streetwear, again, not merch. This is a forever type thing, something that you can wear on a date, playing basketball, chilling in the house. You can do it all with this. So make sure you go check it out and go support one of the best out here by go grabbing one up. On opening day, the two new sudden heavyweights in the NBA face off. The tension is real high, not only because they share the same city and building, but also because of the best player in the world's title. It's been tossed around more than I swear to God, I've seen at least 6 different players be called the best player in the world. But this summer, the most two common names that find themselves next to each other is of course LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard. Now this game is going to be lit, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be nearly as lit as the one that takes place on Christmas Day, because one of the most important players a part of this duel between these duos, Paul George, is going to be out at the start of the season recovering from his shoulder injury. That Christmas game has game of the year type of potential, because by then we should obviously expect everyone to be situated. Teammates should be way more familiar with each other. Nobody should be going through any major growing pains, and everyone hopefully by then will be 100% healthy. On the 23rd of October, the new and improved Sixers and Celtics face off. This game should be anticipated because for one, they have just a bit of a rivalry going on, and also if no one's gonna say it, my man, I am. I just want to see just how awkward it is on the court when we see Al Horford not wearing green and white, but wearing blue, red, and white, defending the 76ers. Now talent-wise, of course I expect the 76ers to win. They are the better team, but the Boston Celtics are fighters. Now to continue on the Boston Celtics, they have 2 specific games that I am just licking my chops at right now. And those games are against the Brooklyn Nets and the Charlotte Hornets. The Nets game for obvious reasons. Kyrie Irving and his ex-teammates like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum for sure are gonna be going at each other, and I want to see them do it. I want to see them thump it out. All fades must be run on November 27th. I'm not hearing anything else. And oh yeah, it's in Boston too. So you already know that raggedy crowd is ready to let every word in the dictionary, and I mean every word, fly out of their mouth at Kyrie Irving. Now look, I'm a simple man. The first thing I want to see is you hit that like button. Let's get to 1K likes this video. And also, I want to see Kyrie Irving give him 40 and shut them all up in the tightest way possible. Either that, or I want to see the Celtics mop up the Nets. Just know that the pressure and the air in that building is going to be something serious. And also, seeing Kemba Walker's return to Charlotte on November 7th is going to be, pretty interesting to see. Because of all the mixed emotions, some people are going to be happy and cheering that man, and other people are going to be pissed for no reason. For being real, man, that game right there is not going to be nearly as lit as the Nets game, because first of all, they're the Charlotte Hornets. Everybody's going to be paying attention to that game on November 27th. And speaking of November 27th, another game happens to be on the same day that everybody should be looking forward to. The Lakers match up with the Pelicans for the first time, and it's in New Orleans. AD returns and is bound to be faced with hella boos. And for the first time ever, he gets to meet up with their new man, Zion Williamson. And also an underrated and low-key forgettable storyline in this entire situation is Ingram, Zoe, and Hart trying to flex and show out on what LA decided to pass up on. The tension in the air for that team is for surely gonna be hot. The Pelicans are also gonna be facing the Knicks earlier that month too. Now there really isn't any form of a rivalry existing between these two teams, the Knicks and the Pelicans. Nobody has beef on here. But you should know how things goes. I can see the headlines already. RJ Barrett faces off against his college buddy Zion Williams, one of the cutest couples last year in the NCAA. Again, no real beef. It would just be something, you know, sort of cool to see for a few people. What's going to be interesting though is seeing how the Spurs crowd treats the one and only Marcus Morris after how he yeeted them during the free agent. Okay, you know what? If you think I'm serious, you're stupid. I'm not serious. Nobody is looking out for, you know, Marcus Morris and the Spurs and the Knicks. I'm sorry. Backtracking to the start of the season, we get to see the two MVP frontrunners last year, Giannis and James Harden, face off. Now this game should be marked because for one, this is the first dose of the Russ x Harden duo that we get to taste. So that's that, and also, let's be real, in the back of Harden's head, he may feel like he should have won the MVP award and probably thinks that that long, lanky foreign dude stole it from him. And you never know, he may want to make a pointless statement because again, this is the first game of the season, and Giannis Antetokounmpo may retaliate and aimlessly try to do the same thing and shut down that Harden got robbed talk. One of the most emotional games of the year by far is scheduled to take place on January 9th. Russ returns home to OKC. No ill feelings or beefs exist between the two parties. There's gonna be nothing but love and good memories filled in the air. And hopefully we can say the same about Kawhi's returns to the Raptors on November 11th. Now he did win them a ring, and because of that ring, I don't think anybody should be salty. Now if he didn't win a ring and just dipped, then okay, I understand, but he won y'all something. The same could be said about the Warriors matchup against the Nets. Over there, he helped create one of the most fun and hard-working environments in the NBA, thanks to his leadership and many other things on the court. Without D'Lo stepping up last year and being the great leader that he was, I promise you Kyrie is not a Net this year. He helped lay down the foundation. Without D'Lo helping putting this city on the map, they wouldn't be as appealing as they were this summer at all. This battle between the two was taking place on February 7th. Now the intensity levels would be a bit higher if KD was playing because we get to see KD go crazy on his ex-teammate. The teammate he had beef with momentarily, maybe still up to this day, who knows, Draymond Green. The last few games that needs to be addressed in this very video again involve the Warriors. On Christmas Day they face off against the Rockets, and the pressure is gonna be on Harden and Russ because these two seem to always get clapped by Curry and the Warriors every single year. It's almost a tradition. Russ was brought there for one reason only, and that was to win and get them over the hump. To Houston and just about everybody on the planet, he is an upgrade over CP3. The last game that I want to talk about, or really I should be talking about two more games. Okay, I just thought about this like super last minute. The Dallas Mavericks, they eventually of course are going to have to face off against the New York Knicks. And now knowing what happened between Kristaps and the Knicks, I expect this to be very spicy. The New York crowds are crazy, and the energy, the bad energy that's going to be put towards Kristaps Porzingis is going to be insane. So you might want to mark that on your calendars. And also, a sleeper game, I'd say it happens on February 1st. The Atlanta Hawks. Okay, let me finish. I know some of y'all like looking at me crazy right now. Relax. Let me get to the point. For those of you who have been uninformed, that Mavs and Hawks trade that took place last year is finally set in stone because that extra pick that the Mavs gave up to move up in the draft last year turned out to be Cameron Reddish. And we get to see this long history between the two teams officially start. I don't know if y'all noticed, but there is an existing low-key beef between these two fan bases. And February 1st is when the bragging rights are going to be handed to one of these teams. This is the end of the video though, man. I really do appreciate you for coming over here on my channel and taking time out of your day to see what I have to talk about today. Let me know what games you thought belonged in this video, and also let me know which games out of all of them are gonna be the most entertaining, top tier. And I also want you to leave a like on this video. Let's strive for 1K likes for real this time. And also, you thought you were slick, you're not. I'm not gonna let you get away without me finishing this sentence. Make sure you go ahead and scoop something up from my online shop. I spent late nights and early mornings making new vibes for you, so go ahead and check that out. But yeah man, this is the end of the video. Like I said, I really do appreciate you for coming over here on my channel today and just watching me talk about basketball again. Make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, share this video with all your friends, and also, yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. But until then, I'll get right with you. Make the day great.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made the shirt, free the way, Told my girl who'd ever thought.